Hi, all. This is Dr. Jesper live from Long Island, New York, where the weather held up earlier in the week. The forecast was for rain, followed by more rain. I didn't feel any rain. Did you feel any rain, Greg? Nah, no rain. So, what did Dr. J do today? Well, in the morning, I was around, so I placed a couple of trades. I bought some starter positions in NIO, catch the falling knife. Ouch! I start a position in Amarin, which I keep talking about and keep charting, and figured I got to be in it to win it. I do think it's a possible, if not probable, takeout candidate down the road. So a small position is always wise, maybe one that I can add to. Same with Neo. I think the knife may fall a little bit further, so I'm ready to add more. If it doesn't, if it starts turning around, goes back above $6, I'll probably add a little bit more. If it stays right where it is for a week or two, I'll probably add a little bit more. It's a cheap man's Tesla, something like that. Anyway, some say better than Tesla. I don't think so, but it's still worth having a small interest in it. I think we'll find out. We're going to look at how a lot of things did today, including the averages. Of course, they were mostly up. The Dow made a nice little pop, and we'll get right into it. As always, do your own due diligence. My opinions are strictly my own and do not constitute investment advice. It's your job to separate my good ideas from my clunkers. I have a lot of good ideas, but unfortunately, I have a few clunkers. So let's take a look at how things unfolded today on the street. Today was the Ides of March, 3/15/19. Of course, Julius Caesar uttered out "Et tu, Brute" on March 15th when he was stabbed, I don't know how many times, by every senator there was. Anyway, not a very great day. I think it was a day to settle debts. So in ancient times. And yes, it's interesting though. We have 2 days in a row of interest for the Ides of March, and the day before, which I purposely wrote 3.14.19. Why do you think I wrote 3.14 instead of 3/14? Who knows? Raise your hand if you know. Obviously, 3.14 stands for pi, and March 14th is now officially Pi Day. For the last, I don't know how many years, it's been designated as an official day. Certain fascination with the ratio of the circumference of a circle to the radius of a circle, or the diameter, I should say, to be more precise as to the definition. Anyway, getting back on topic, the Dow. You don't want to hear what Dr. J did for the rest of the day, do you? No, I don't even want to tell you. Boring stuff. Yes, my wife is now officially retired, and she made me hang with her. Now, that's not so bad in and of itself, but we went to the endodontist for her. Then we went to spent about 2 hours or more in the Motor Vehicles Bureau, the DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles, making her license certified so that she can fly domestically and internationally. We had to bring proof of address, proof of Social Security proof of, I think she brought her passport. And then we filled out forms, and she filled out forms. I mean, she filled out forms. I tried to get mine done, but they told me I have to be within 1 year of the expiration date on my license. I wasn't 1 year away, so I'll have to come back and wait another 2 hours, so sometime in the future. And then what else did we do? It was super exciting. I don't know. We did a few. We ate out. That was super exciting. Met some friends to eat out. That made it a little better. And we had some kind of family activity in the evening. And that was great, except I couldn't come to you at 4:30 or 5 or 6 or 7. I had to wait till 9:30. Now, I know it's not a job that I have, but when I'm late like this, I feel bad. So give me a pass. Give Dr. J a pass. Dr. J has some obligations. And truthfully, this is not a job. I just enjoy sharing my ideas with you guys. So here we go. The Dow up 0.54%, 138 points. 25,848. That's getting close to the 26.2 that started the sell-off on February 25th. So we're about 400 points away or less from taking out that high on February 25th, from which we tumbled about 1,000 points. And now we're coming back, and coming back strong, as witnessed by Apple, up another $2.39, 1.3% to 186.12. Of course, I'm not going to repeat myself, but I will repeat myself. Dr. J sold it at 172 because Dr. J, in all his infinite wisdom, said it's going to go up, but slower than the rest of the market. Meanwhile, it's going up faster than the rest of the market. Okay, ACB up 7%. Congratulations to all you pot stockholders. I know if you're a pot stockholder, you have to include Aurora, #1 producer in Canada, maybe in the world, of marijuana. Okay, nice move to 961. Beautiful move for ACB. Heading to its high at 15 bucks a share. What ACB needs to put it over the top, make it go to 30 instead of 15, is a partnership like what happened with Atria buying 45% of Kronos, or STZ buying 35% of CGC. If Tilray has some various partners, including Novartis and a few others. So a big name American company in particular, maybe a Coca-Cola, a Pepsi-Cola, I don't know, some big name jump in with Aurora, they'll send it flying to the moon, Alice, to the moon. ACRX on the right track, up 7 pennies to 310. It's had its tough times lately, trying to fight its way back. Always take out rumors on this one. ACT, we don't talk about that. Advaxis, we're not going to talk about it unless it makes a big move from now on. It's 42 pennies. It'll probably hover around 42 pennies for a long time. Maybe even slide right back down to that 35-cent level. Not that optimistic on Advaxis. AEMD, we talked about the hemopurifier. You know why? Because I'm fascinated by the hemopurifier. I don't believe in it, but yet somehow it's a fairy tale that I'd like to believe in. Does that make any sense? Cure cancer by filtering your blood, find out if you have it. diagnose, cure Ebola, filter out the bacteria, the germs, the virus, reduce the viral load tremendously, apparently, in some patients that had Ebola. I think it was tried on one. I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting stock, an interesting company. Again, it's a fairy tale stock. I'd like it to come true for those who own it. I might actually take a shot on a dip. I don't know. I'm sort of tempted, but I kind of laugh at people that own it, so why would I own it myself? Yeah. But yet, I'm conflicted over this one. That it's apparent to you, right? Dr. J is conflicted over the hemopurifier. AFMD, flat today, $4. ALNY, comeback day, up 3.5%, $3. 91.5 for that RNAi company that Dr. J bought at 86. And then missed at 81. Missed. Ooh. AMD, 23.29, up 2%, 47 pennies. Dr. J did close a swing trade, I think a little lower than that, but made a few bucks. AMRH, Greg, you're holding steady at about 40 pennies. Good luck with that one. I hope it takes off for you. I hope they get that Google license. I hope it zooms. And we need a zoom for AMRH, Ameri Holdings. Amarin Core. Dr. J bought some this morning. Why? Because sooner or later it's going to get taken out, maybe sooner than later. That's my main reason. I do believe there's some data coming out from further studies. I think there's going to be a report sometime next week. I don't know if it's Monday, Tuesday, whatever day. That's another reason. Amazon.com up 26 points to 1712. I'm not happy about that one. I sold it nearly 100 points lower, with my original target being 1770, 1775. Apparently that will be hit. Dr. J is not happy. Dr. J sometimes gets bored with his trades when they don't do anything. I bought some a little bit too early. All right. Afria, about what I paid for it at 960, up 1%, or 8 pennies. Arrowhead, up 0.4%, 1862, 7 pennies. Arrowhead, another RNAi company. I don't remember where I bought it at, what I bought it at. Lower, but not much. Time to add a little, maybe. These stocks are hot, 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 like BP, like Biotech, BPTH, RNAi company. Sarepta Pharmaceuticals, another RNAi company. Athersys. I don't know why we never talk about Sarepta, the muscular dystrophy, Duchenne muscular dystrophy drug maker. We really should look at that chart. Not tonight. I don't even have it on my watch list. One time I owned it. One time I had a nice conversation with the old CEO of Sarepta, but that was at one time. That's not now. Here's one that hurts. Athersys, down a nickel to 3.21% to $1.51. That's a stinger. That's what that don't like when I lose that kind of money in a single day. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but when you have the tremendous amount of wallpaper called ATHX, good amount of money. Now, why did it do that? Why did it go down so much? Well, I read the transcript from the earnings report, of the earnings report. Dr. Brocklin, Gil Van Brocklin, the CEO, was a little imprecise about dates of starting, completing things. The main treasure trial, the Masters 2 trial, these are trials for ischemic stroke, kind of left things hanging in my mind. The complete, excuse me, I think it might be raining now. I had a pitter-patter of raindrops. So the ischemic stroke trial in Japan, he said, would be completed by the end of the year. But when will the data be read? 3 months later, maybe? A year later? I mean, he's looking at primary endpoints that I think 3 months out and a year out. So if that's the case, all the data won't be read for a year after the trial is completed. If I'm not mistaken, I could be mistaken. But it sounded imprecise. And how many are enrolled in the Masters 2, which is in the EU and US, for ischemic stroke? Again, he wouldn't divulge that number. It says it's standard protocol not to divulge the number enrolled. I've heard CEOs do it, so I don't know how standard it is. In any event, the market didn't like something about that earnings report, down a nickel. I don't know if it's what I didn't like. I just didn't get a warm, tingly feeling afterwards. I like that. What I like when a CEO gets so enthusiastic that it gives me that warm, tingly feeling. ATNM, on the other hand, was up almost 4 pennies, 7%, to 61 pennies. And that did a lot to offset my losses for the day on ATHX. So one of them go up, one of them goes down. Yeah, I'm still a little bit shy, a little bit down on the day because I have more ATHX. ATRS down 11 pennies to 350, and Terry's, the EpiPen maker. Boeing, comeback day, up $6. Baba, up 61 cents to 181. Biotech up 7%, $2 to 29.40. Biotech is showing its resilience. It looked like to me, for sure, it would come back down to the 25s, where I would add more. Didn't happen. If it comes back up to the 32, 34 level, I'll have to add more then, because that's when I got rid of some of my shares. I don't want to see it run away from me. So I have a dilemma. Always a dilemma, when to buy, when to sell, when to hold. It's a daily dilemma, if you pay attention. Every day is a decision for every stock you own. And it doesn't matter whether you're up, down, or sideways on it. Put that out of the picture. You have to look at it objectively at the point in time that you're deciding whether to buy, sell, or hold. And every day you have to make that decision. It's a tough job playing the market. Biotime up 12%. Very nice move, 18 pennies to 173. Whenever I think of that stock, I think of Musketeer. Musketeer, John, you must be happy today. A nice way to end the week, John. CDXS, 2.3%, 2.38% up, 49 pennies to 21.10. Ben, you must be happy on that one. You still own that one, Ben? Let me know. CGC up 37 pennies, nearly 1%, 45.89. CNAT, down. I took a hit on that one, 6%. Luckily, I didn't buy a ton of it. I bought, as it stands, too much of it. I bought it at, it's now at 267. I opened the position just the other day, 273 and 280, I think. So I'm behind, and I have a tight stop, like at $2.50. It almost got there today. Ooh, it's not looking good for Dr. J on that trade. I could just abort it and take a smaller loss instead of a bigger loss. But seems like every time I do that, take that small loss, it never does hit that stop loss. Instead, it turns around, goes up, and hits my target. It's cruel. The market could be cruel. I'm telling you, it could be cruel. You have to be made of good stuff to play the market. Kronos, the king of the pot stocks in my mind, up another percent. Well, not another. It had been down lately to 2082, 18 pennies. No, 2082 was the open. Closed at $21 even. Nice move for Kronos. CRISPR, the gene editing stock, has been pretty hot lately, only up 9 pennies today. CVM, it had been trading at 306. It went higher today, gave back towards the close to close at $3. For some reason, the print says $2.90. That's not an accurate quote. I don't know what happened. Maybe there was a trade after the close that got picked up. I'm confused. I know it closed at $3. If somebody wants to shed some light on that with a comment, be my guest. But I'm not too worried about CVM. I think it's a decent play. I think we should get a run up yet before the data readout. Carvana up 1.6% to 56.68. This is a car company that I don't understand the business plan. Who's buying used cars on the internet? Maybe there's more to it than I understand. In any event, it keeps going up, so there must be something to it. And I missed a boat on it. I kind of liked it below 50, saying if it hits that level, buy, it's going to take off. But I told you, I don't always listen to my own advice. Cytokinetics, every day it goes up. It was languishing below $6 maybe a week ago. It's $7.80 now, up another 27 pennies, 3.6%. I can't complain. I have a decent sized position. It's just a little bit of a mystery why it's on a tear, mini tear. Denali, that's the another gene modifying drug for Parkinson's, and it's based on a gene abnormality that they're looking for certain Parkinson's patients that have a certain gene. They're in trials to I forget with who. Anyway, the stock has been on a tear. Today it gave back 23 pennies, 1% to 24.42. Editas up 1.5%, 35 pennies to 24.29. Another RNAi company. Facebook was down $4, 2.5% to 166. Facebook is nowhere near as strong as Amazon and Apple. They're the two strong FANG stocks that seem to be leading the entire market back. FCX, one of my favorite miners, up 0.25%, 3 pennies to 12.35. Fitbit, up 0.5%, 3 pennies to 5.90. I'm waiting for that $6 level, so if that gets taken out, maybe it's a buy. We'll talk. We've got to look at that chart again. I'm doing everything from memory. And my memory, it ain't what it used to be. Geron, up a penny to 167. I've been trading down most of the day, so not bad, not bad. IBB was up 1%. That's not bad, up $1.21 to 114. The Biotech index, ETF rather. IMMU, we hardly ever mentioned that. That had a good day today, up 3.5%, 62 pennies to 1856. That's Immunomedic. IWM was only up 0.25%, so the rut was a laggard today compared to the rest of the averages. See if there's any other big movers. I know Voyager was a big mover, the little beast, or the beast to be. What about the beast itself? We'll get to that. That's, of course, I'm referring to Tandem. Entech had a little bit of a comeback day, up 3% to 693. Neo is down to 571. I bought it higher. What did I pay? I don't remember, but it was higher than that, maybe 590. Bought it fairly early in the morning. I don't remember. Probably don't want to remember. OCX, on a roll. Along with its parent company, BTX, OCX was up 6.5%, 23 pennies to 375. Very nice move for Oncocyte. How about Oncs? Down 5% to 53 pennies. I still own too much of that. Even though I've been selling it off, probably should have sold it off a lot quicker. Planet 13 at $1.33, the Vegas dispensary for marijuana. Medical, is it medical marijuana? No, regular marijuana. I think it's legal in Nevada. There's 10 states that it's legal in, right? I think Nevada's one of them. Legal for recreational use, I'm talking about. Not medical marijuana is legal in many states, or most states, I think. I'm not a marijuana expert. I don't smoke it. I'm not familiar with all the laws in all the states, but I do like the pot stocks. What else? Plug Power gave back 40 cents to 220, 15%. It had been on a tremendous tear. It was due to give back some. It'd be very interesting to watch that one next week. Does it come back and continue to move up, or does it give back some more next week? Very interesting one. We ought to take a look at the chart there. PTN is still $1. That's why I got rid of it. Qualcomm, nice move to 56.6. I was looking to buy it at 53. Felt it would be too slow a mover. My target was 60. My take loss was 50. It was a good mine bet, but a mine bet doesn't count. I can't cash in a mine bet. What else? The Qs are up almost 1%. Nice move for the Qs for the NASDAQ 100. SCEL, a little bit of a comeback, up 7 pennies to 285, and it had been trading lower during the day. Been all over the place today. Sesson, the bladder cancer drug, at 96 pennies. It had been over $1 the other day, so a little bit of a give back. Snap back, but today it gave back 12 pennies to 11.16. The S&P was up 0.5%. So the biggest movers were the Qs and and the IBB. What else? TM up a surprising 8.5%. I thought I was going to have to get rid of that one quick. It showed a little weakness the other day, but it really bounced back over 5. Good move, 41 cents, 521. I'm now going to keep my investments, both of them. The one that I bought at 393 and the other one was like 410. I'm keeping it as long as it runs. Tilray, I added a little yesterday. It closed above what I added to that. Miracles happen. 72.50. My swing target is 78, I think. I bought it at 68. I think my stop loss is 64. So when I bought it 72 and change yesterday to add on, that would be 72 to 64 is 8 points. 72 to 78 is only 6. So I'm playing a favorite. I don't like that. I like long shots. Tandem up $1.64%, $1.18 to 73.15. Even though I don't like it, I did it anyway, showing a little confidence in my trade for a change. TRXC was up 6 pennies, 2.5%. TROV down 2.5%. Tesla down 5%. So the NIO is not the only electric car company that took it on the chin today. VFF, after resuming trading, has been a star. Closed up at 9.5% to 14.31, $1.25 on the day. Very nice move for VFF, Village Farms. So pot is still hot. Voyager, that's the new beast or the beast to be, 1966, up a whopping 12%, 206. You mean Dr. J actually did something right buying at 9 and change? Looks that way. And not selling. I have to have a target. My target is infinity. You know what infinity is? No, it can't be infinity, but it's higher. I say higher, not lower, higher. I don't know exactly how much legs this one has, but it has more legs, apparently, than human beings. Has more than 2 legs, has more than dogs, has more than 4 legs. It has how many legs does a centipede have? 100? Because centi means 100. It has more legs than a centipede. Watt, down 2.63%. Alternative energy was down today to 592. And finally, to wrap it up, XXII, one of my favorite tobacco, novelty, boutique tobacco stocks, maybe a pot play, down 4.37%. Took it on the chin today, down 9 pennies to $1.97. So that wraps it up. I think I will come back too late tonight. I'll come back tomorrow with charting some of your favorite stocks, some of my favorite stocks, ones that I have time to think about. I promise CRM, I'll have a better idea, a better handle on the chart on CRM in particular, because I really didn't know exactly what to say real quick. So when I take a quick look, I don't want to say anything because I may change my mind tomorrow. Well, this way I got all night and tomorrow to look at CRM and say with some authority what I think. This has been Dr. Jason live from Long Island. I want to say sayonara, shalom. I want to say arrivederci, au revoir. I want to say hasta mañana. I want to say, please subscribe to my channel. Please share the link. Please write comments. And please show me a little love. If you suffered through this full report, you must like me a little bit. So give me that thumbs up. Find it in the lower right corner. Adios, amigos. Ciao.